seniors, this topic allotted to me just last afternoon, and the whole city is having everyday morning newspapers. We all coming across that 1200 cases in Calcutta has been notified already, and every day the case is increasing. And this time I was a bit surprised day before yesterday that this time dengue clinical feature is slightly different from previous years. So that various presentation and various variability in clinical presentation. That's why yesterday medical directors have told us to regarding any guidelines and regarding features and just recapitulation. We all know the basic things, and this dengue infection will take 10 to 15 minutes allocated time, and this time dengue infections we know that 85% it is arbovirus, and basically and 85% remain asymptomatic. So only the 15% are the symptomatic groups, and these asymptomatic patients have a range from the hemorrhagic to shock to dengue shock. So variety depending on these four, we are getting the expectation of the So from asymptomatic 85%, 5% are highly symptomatic, rest remains from shock. So these are the range. 90 cases are basically self-limiting disease, but the range varies from once incubation period 3 to 13 we are keeping in mind, but generally is the 5 days around. So the incubation period is around 5. So those endemic areas, suppose today the mosquito will bite, then 5 days after the symptom it appears, average. But maximum, if after someone is coming from one zone after 2 weeks, we can rule and the symptom appears, ruled out that it was infection from that. On average 2 weeks maximum period is there, but 4-5 days incubation period will lead to it. But dengue is basically, as I told you, it is self-limiting. Endemicity is the main cause for that. Whether we are living in endemic zone, yes, we are living. Last 300 years, 1600 something 70s it was been discovered, and gradually last 300, 400 throughout the world, 110 countries is having this problem. So if we can diagnose early diagnosis and treatment limited, the fatality can be made to 0.1%. So whole thing is that how to define this case. So mostly in clinical domain we are keeping it probables, and when patient is coming with generally febrile phase, 2 or more of these symptoms. Now the basic symptom is very clear. When viremia occurs in this, suppose a mosquito bite, it bites, it goes in the skin cells and gradually infected in blood, leading to cytokines release and organ dysfunctions. These are the sequelae of the brain. So most common what happens, patient presented with body ache. That's why it was known as breakbone fever, followed by retroorbital eye pain. If the patients come with headache, eye pain, general body ache within 2 to 4 endemicity zone, all will be myalgia, arthralgia, 5th to 6th day rash. I'll give some picture of this. These are the asymptomatic dengue, but complicated dengue always hematological manifestation, leukopenia, thrombocytopenia, and followed by your diagnostic antigen serology test. So among these are the WHO have given the guidelines how to clinch. So generally it is a probable phase. It is very difficult in first day pinpoint that this is a dengue, but the clinical symptoms and followed by this. So confirmed by the either virus, that is not practically possible, isolation, but genome PCR ideal, and followed by antigen and antibody, what practically. Then it we are following antigen test, antibody test basically. So we'll discuss in the kits what are the available, how to clinch in early days and late stage. Picture like that, you see the typically skin changes. Skin changes are rash, typically. Young boy will come with this rash. Typically, this is the pedigrí. Earlier days, the test was when the laboratory was not available. The test is tourniquet test. Just keep BP, and after 5 minutes of the blood pressure, a cough will lead to appearance of 10 to 15 spotted, and that was the confirmatory test for the then. So the fever, hemorrhagic, thrombocytopenia, and you know the why later on once viremia will lead to the plasma leakage. So leakage of this leading to the congestion of the chest cavity and abdominal cavity. The feature is that pleural effusion, abdominal. Last year we have received 5 to 6 Dr. Secretary patient presented with the ascites, pleural effusion. Organ failure, they have sent us. So the typical this plasma leakage, this is the killing of the complications of this and leading to increased vascular permeability and later on huge organ failure. What organ failure occurs? Normal, it is the basically liver and followed by CNS involvement. But now relative your bradycardia. Relative bradycardia is the word we are using, sir. Last one patient is here, Dr. Malik rang us last evening, and the patient was presented with 50 rate. So the relative, why bradycardia occurs? There are many infections, whether there is a relative. Always fever will lead to high rate. It is the protocol, Van der Hoff rules of this thermodynamics. When increase in body gets the pulse rate gets it. But exceptions are there, like typhoid, brucellosis. Here in dengue also, in extreme cases, patients presented with this, that the low pulse rate and dengue cardiomyopathy. That part 3 days before there was in Times of India dengue, in Calcutta dengue cardiomyopathy was reported. So the whole heart involvement is 3 stages. Stage 1 is known as the dysarrhythmia stage. Stage 2 is the congestive stage, and 3 is the recovery stage. And all dengue will in 3 phases. The sequelae of dengue goes in body 3 phases. First phase is normal febrile phase. Second phase, critical phase, and third phase, recovery phase. These are the sequelae of 7 to 8 days. And which phase your patient is, we have to keep in mind. So why bradycardia occurs? Again, the cytokines reduces the heart rate, but it should be never below 50. Generally, it is sinus bradycardia around 60, 50 to 60. If it comes below 42, 40, then we have to treat accordingly. But automatically it will reduce. Regarding this hematocrits and platelet count, that is the most danger. 1 lakh below is the sign for hospitalization with other symptoms, and other 3 to 4 days monitoring, constant monitoring, and leading to the whole problem is throughout the world is the hemorrhage and this leakage to human concentration. Now this is the for academic interest that nowadays tourniquet test is not being done because of the constantly available of platelet, but leading to shock to this hepatitis pneumonia. These are the picture of the various. Normal pedigrí test has not been recorded. So DSS is the killer. 4 or 5 death occurs in last 2 days in paper also detailed in R&T Medica. All they have described in various their cases that how death occurs. But the most commonly, you remember when hypotension, low BP, shock, then we have to think in that the patient is having in collapsing phase. Regarding organ failure, liver failure, CNS failure, myocarditis, these are the late but uncommon complications of the dengue. These are the organ failure. Sometimes dual organ failure and multi-organ failure towards them may be manifestation. And how to try it? Simple. Blood pressure monitoring, bleeding, particularly in your skin or mucous membrane is more common. But even at 20,000 may remain asymptomatic platelet, and 50,000 may started bleeding. So there is no directly related that the 20,000 will not survive. Regarding treatment, many patients should be well hydrated. Home treatment. We have to no need for panicky that all patients should get admitted, because it depends on the complications and the which stage it is. So main is the well hydration and hemorrhage watching. These two things I think keep in mind and educate the people for the domiciliary treatment also. Admissions, which patient we should admit? Always hemorrhagic manifestation, low platelet, patients warning signs. Warning signs may always BP, whether it is going in shock, and whether the patient organ failure is occurring, like your consciousness level is declining, like patient is not delirious, talking, started irrelevantly talking, that. So these are the things we have to keep in mind, that the criteria for hospitalization. Dengue, the typical nasal bleeding sometimes, mild, or eye subconjunctival. One patient is here, there is a mild subconjunctival hemorrhage is present in our patient here. So these are the small bleeding, but mind it, we have seen some of my one friend who died, and 2 or 3 are saved in daily episode, and 12 to 16 bottle of this platelet has been transfused. So no one can be spared. All are vulnerable, particularly the children and young. So treatment is basic. It is not a panic disease, but rehydration, proper fluid, rest, antipyretic paracetamol, BP monitoring, consciousness monitoring, platelet count, and look for the sign of bleeding. Always transfusion, oxygen, and sedation. These are the only treatment available for the this. If there is an organ failure, supportive treatment. So maximum risk 3 to 7 days, and watch for these complications. So isolation, what to do for public health for EA? Isolation is not required. Mind it, because if patient to patient transmission never occurs. Only problem is that we have to keep the patient under mosquito net, so next mosquito should not bite him, the patient, because then again in their saliva it will take 10-15 days, and he will be ready to spread more than 10-15 days. So here the things is that if we are admitting patient, that has to be kept from not for another patient, for the mosquito point of view. So mosquito net is must, and patients until fever subside, this prevent access to mosquito, and mosquito control, as we know, that is the only and only for the patient. Now regarding the controversy for the treatment, the diagnosis. So diagnosis will depend on the symptoms and the availability